Hi everyone, hopefully you had a chance to go through this BioInteractive Excel tutorial on just some basics of Excel. So starting with this read first, it kind of shows you what color boxes are teaching you what the most important, those red boxes were your exercises that hopefully you have attempted to complete. So what this is going to do, I am going to go over the exercises just to make sure that everyone knows what they're doing. And if you were a little bit confused, hopefully this will clear some things up. So let's get right into it. Starting with this first exercise under the Format tab, it's asking us to use any formatting tools to make the cell show the first three significant digits of pi, so 3.14. And so if we look at this box right here, it's telling us to format the cells by clicking Format Cells or Home Number. So if we look at this top panel up here, you won't be able to see either of those. So in order to see that option, you have to make the tab smaller. So that's where it's hiding right there. That's that number option, which will give you the drop down with your formatting options, which I'll show you in a second. When it's full screen, it's hiding. This is where it's hiding right here. And it gives you this drop down with all of your options. So it's asking for the first three significant digits. So we have three options here. Let's go with number as it's showing us that's what it's want us to format as. All right, let's get into the next one. Getting into the next exercise under the Formula tab, it's asking us to calculate the product of plant heights in cells B2 to B9. It also gives us a hint that the formula in cell B12 is similar to the one that we want. So if we go ahead and click over to B12, it shows us this formula. This is actually the sum of all of the cells together. And so the only difference is that we want the product instead of the sum. And so in this cell right here, we need to start out by typing in an equal sign. And then we're going to input each cell individually. The asterisk is the Excel calculation for multiplication. So here we're just going down the line and adding in each one of these cells that we want to multiply together. So once we get to the last cell, we're going to click Enter. And this is going to give us our calculation in this yellow box right here. And you can go back and check your formula to make sure that it is correct. And that's it for this one. Getting into our next exercise under the Functions tab, the last exercise that we did, while that method was functional, it's not necessarily efficient. So one way that we can do this more efficiently is using this Insert Function tab. You can see it pulls up this box on the right, and we can scroll down. These are all kinds of different formula options that you can add into Excel for whatever you're wanting to calculate. So you can see that we use the sum formula here. We also used the count formula right here. And we use the average formula to calculate the mean. And so this is an example, again, of that sum function. So our exercise is asking us to enter a formula into cell L7 to calculate the sum of values J6, K2, and L4. You can use these drop downs if you can't necessarily find the cell, but let's get into adding this formula in. So one of the easiest ways that we can do this is go to our insert function, scroll down to sum, and insert it. There's a cool thing in Excel, this formula builder, and it basically allows us to put in the different cells that we want to add up and it will calculate that formula for us. So let's actually go in order with J6 first, and then K2, and then we can add in a third number, and we'll put in L4. And so these are the three cells that we want to add together. It gives us our sum of 21. So this works. There's actually another way that we can do this. So if we delete this out of here, in the top, there's this little symbol right here that means sum. So we can click that. It automatically inserts our sum formula for us. And then we can go into this top bar. If you prefer to enter it in manually, you can type in the J6, K2, L4 manually up into that top bar up there, and it gives us that same result of 21. Again, this next exercise is showing us yet another way to make our formula addition more efficient. So looking at this, we can actually use ranges. So if you click on this, it will show you the range the sum function is using, and we're going to use the same plant height, same thing for the count and for the mean. We're all using this height range of cells. So getting into our exercise, we're going to follow these steps. So we're going to click on K13. We're going to type in equals sum, click on it, and then it wants us to drag down from K2 to K11. So click on the first one, drag down with your mouse without letting go, all the way until you get to K11, and that's how you can select a range. Alternatively, you can click on this first box, hold down Shift, click on the last box, and it will select that range for you as well. Both methods work. It's really just a preference. Click Enter, and then that is what is going to give us our sum of 55. You can double check yourself by clicking up in that top box, and it will show you the range that has been selected. So that's it for this exercise. We're going to put everything we've learned into this last exercise right here. So you can use the information in this blue box to get a little bit more in the background, but we're really just going to focus on this exercise. So using the data that is presented in columns J and K, we're going to calculate the mean beak depth of these birds in cell H20. So we can find H20, and we can go ahead and insert this function. So for mean, we are going to use the average function. We're going to, you can see right here, it actually tells you what it is used for, which is pretty handy. So we can go ahead and insert this function. We're going to use the range of beak depth. And so we can use the drag feature here and scroll all the way down through the last sample. And once we have selected all of those, we can click Done or Enter, and it will give us our mean beak depth in millimeters of 9.11. And so that is how you calculate the average and the mean for all of this. So you want to just make sure that you get the range of all of the numbers, not just the ones that you can see on your screen. So if you double check yourself, you can scroll or zoom out to make sure that you have selected all of the values in order to create an accurate mean for this exercise.